and Gage not only drive a kid, but also a new color. I like Ivy and Gage when they come home, ? Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today's video is one that I hope you're excited about and I hope you've been waiting for. I know a couple of weeks ago I Google translated my book. I put the back cover copy of Swept to Sea into Google Translate, translated it into a bunch of different languages and then back to English, and got some hilarious results. So I'm going to do part 2 of that video and Google Translate my second book, Carried Home. So I'm going to link to that video below if you missed it. Please watch it. It's hilarious. And now I'm going to do my next book. So I'm going to read my back cover copy for you of Carried Home, and then we will have the hilarity that ensues. And I haven't read these translated versions yet. In the last one I read them beforehand. These ones I've not read. I just copied and pasted, so we're going to see how they look. So the original says, "The Caribbean is no place for a society lady of London, yet after a daring quest to save a friend, Lady Ivy Shaw finds herself trapped far from home. Now, driven with worry for her younger brother, she is determined to return to England in all haste. So, when a new acquaintance offers to sail her to her brother's side, she jumps at the offer, scarcely caring that the man is a privateer. Captain Gage Thompson is just learning how to be a captain. He sailed for years under the command of his longtime friend, Captain Caspian Archer, but serving a captain and being a captain are, as he soon discovers, two very different roles. While struggling to gain the respect of his newfound crew, he now faces the distraction of the beautiful Lady Shaw. He finds himself entranced by her and promises to give her passage home. After a brief stop in Port Royal, Ivy and Gage discover an abandoned child. They both decide to bring her with them on their voyage to England, but problems soon arise in the form of hurricanes and enemy pirates, and Ivy and Gage find themselves scrambling to not only care for a lonely child, but also gain command of a motley crew. Will love bud between Ivy and Gage as they journey home? So, that is my first one. That is in English as I wrote it. So then I translated it into French, and then Danish, and then Spanish, and then German, and then Czech, and then Catalan. I did this last time. And then Esperanto, and then back into English, and this is what we got. The Caribbean is not a place for a woman in London society, but after a brave friendship, Lady Ivy Shaw is seized outside the house. Now he is worried about his younger brother. He decided to return to England. Then, when her new acquaintance invites her to take along with her brother, she waits for the offer and does not care if her husband is a private person. Captain Gage Thompson only learns to be a captain. This year he sails under the command of his rich friend Caspian Archer, but as a captain and captain, as he sees soon, he has two very different roles. While trying to respect his new team, he now faces the distinction of beautiful Lady Shaw. She is happy for her and promises to let him go home. After a short stop at Port Royal, Ivy and Gage discover an abandoned child. Both decide to take him to England. But soon there are problems like hurricanes and enemy pirates, and Ivy and Gage not only run for a single child, but will also take over the colored crew. Is that like a colorful crew, or is that a little bit racist? Anyway, I would love to love Ivy and Gage when they came home. Maybe you're not sure, because they're racist. That is too funny. Okay, but it gets worse, I'm sure, because I ran it through a couple more languages after this. We went through Finnish, and then Hmong, and then Icelandic, and then back into English, and this is what we got. The Caribbean was not a place for London's wife, but after being in a friendly relationship with Lady Ivy Shaw was arrested outside the house. Now she is worried about her younger brother. She has decided to return to England. Later, when her novice saw her with her brother, she felt sorry and hesitated if her husband were privately owned. Captain Gage Thompson learned to be Prime Minister. He's the Prime Minister! This year he saved his rich friend Caspian Archer. I don't know where Caspian got all this money all of a sudden. Maybe he, raided a ship. I don't know. But the director and captain, whom he will soon see, are two very different things. In trying to find new people, she has a beautiful Lady Shaw pattern. He was proud of her and promised to let him go home. After a short time in Port Royal, Ivy and Gage find the baby. Both decide to take it in English. But soon there are issues like hurricanes and enemy pirates, and Ivy and Gage not only drive a kid, but also a new color. I like Ivy and Gage when they come home, ? And that's it. That is so funny. And then I went into Indonesian, and then Hawaiian, and back into English, and this is what I got. The Caribbean did not have a place for women in Japan. Where did they get Japan from? But after taking a romance with Lady Ivy Shaw outside the home. At this point, he was concerned about his younger brother. He was determined to return to England. Later, when her student thought she was with her brother, she was anxious about her husband's secret responsibility. When did she get married? I don't know. Captain Gage Thompson was called to serve as premier. This year, he has been rescued by his Caspian Archer businessman, but Captain's new leadership, what he is trying to achieve is just two. In trying to find a new man, Shaw was beautiful. She is proud of her and has promised to release her home. After a short time in Port Royal, Gage and I saw a baby. I don't know when this became first person. They decided to take the English word. However, there are problems like injuries and thieves, whereas Ivy and Gage are only small children, but also new leaves. Do I love Ivy and Gage when they go home? We'll never know. And then I went into Irish, and then Italian, and then Scottish Gaelic, and came up with my last result in English. And this says, there is no Caribbean site for women in Japan, but after making a love with Lady Ivy Shaw from the town. At this time, he was worried about his younger brother and decided to return to England. Later on, when a student thought he was with his brother, he was worried and his secretary was concerned. It was Prime Minister Gage Thompson. This year, Caspian Archer's activities saved him, but they are two of the city's chiefs, the one they are trying to achieve. When he tried to have a new one, Shaw was beautiful. Shaw! She is proud of her behalf, and she hopes to release her home. After a while at the royal port, Gage and I saw a baby. They decided to take the word English. However, there are problems about losing and injuries, but the little children of Ivy and Gage, but also new pages. I like Ivy and Gage when they return home? ? Well, that's my video. That's my Google Translate. Do you like Ivy and Gage when they return home? I don't know. Answer. Tell me what you thought about this video. If you think I should do one for my upcoming book, Tossed Together, let me know in the comments. I have such fun doing these Google Translate videos. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this with friends if you thought it was a funny video. Hit the thumbs up icon to let me know you liked it. And hit subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon so you get a notification every time I post a new video. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so please stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching.